Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the Kiharu Member of Parliament, Ndindi Nyoro, has come out to claim that President Uhuru Kenyatta is the one taking UDA ama nisema William Samoei Ruto to the Supreme Court and not Raila Odinga. And according to Ndindi Nyoro, President Uhuru Kenyatta is using the DCC to collect evidence in Mount Kenya region, which is a waste of time, according to him, and a waste of resources. The evidence that is claiming that the president is collecting is about what happened during the election day. The focus is mainly on presidential election, but again, we understand that most of the Jubilee Party members of Parliament and those who are vying on Jubilee ticket are still alleging that they were rigged out of this election. So the claims in Mount Kenya are so much, but Ndindi Nyoro has come out so gang-blazing to warn President Uhuru Kenyatta to keep off the matters of election and wait to hand over presidency to William Samoei Ruto. I wanted to listen to Ndindi Nyoro shortly, then after this, we want to understand why panic, why noise, and which direction they are heading to.
And I want to address our president with all due respect. Mr. President, sir, mimi kama mbunge wa Kiharu nimekuwa nikikushauri kama mtu anakuja mashinani. Huyu Kenyatta akakuandikia barua. Badala utusikize ukaturusha nje. Mr. President, I want to beseech you today. Kwa sababu wale wako karibu na wewe hawatakwambia ukweli. Hawa watu wa Mount Kenya, they overwhelmingly voted for William Samoei Ruto. Na hakuna kura iliibiwa. Mr. President, please, we know as the people of Kenya that the case at the Supreme Court is not the case for huyo Tinga ama hawa watu wengine. Mr. President, this is your case. You are the one who have taken us to the Supreme Court. Mr. President, here in Kiharu yesterday, there was a DCC holding a meeting with Azimio fellows trying to collect evidence. You must stop misusing public time with nonsense. Hawa wananchi wa Kenya sio wajinga. Walienda wakapiga kura wakijua kile wanafanya. Na msione tumenyamaza mfikiria sisi ni waoga. Wasione tumenyamaza wafikiria hao wafuasi wa William Ruto hawana akili. Tuko na akili, ni vile tunapenda Kenya yetu. And I want also to tell you, Mr. President, Kenya will never ever again have ethnic violence. There is no tribe that will take up arms against another tribe. Kenya will remain peaceful. If there will be a conversation in Kenya, it will be about how 3 families came to own more than half of Kenya. That is the only conversation Kenyans United will have in the future. But there will never be a conversation about this person fighting another Kenyan. Kenya will remain peaceful. Mr. President, take out your phone. Congratulate the President-elect, William Samoei Ruto. All the observers from the European Union to the AU to the local observers, over 80,000 of them said that the elections in Kenya were clean, they were fair, they were verifiable, and William Ruto won. Muache kututapeli na mjue sisi ni wale tu watoto wa Mau Mau.
Now we are continuing with the panel discussion, but just a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you're not yet subscribed, so my humble request, please consider subscribing so that any other time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and any other comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, if UDA party was sure that they won this election free, fair, and square, why should someone like Ndindi Nyoro come out gun blazing to face off President Uhuru Kenyatta such statements? That is the question in the building. The truth of the matter is that as of now, President Uhuru Kenyatta has the intelligence in this country. So he is well aware of what is going on. Because all the information that is being collected in this country to do with anything, to do with investigation or anything they would want to know about what happened through the election time. Of course, intelligence will give him information. So the first thing is that every information in this country is at the disposal of the president. So if Raila Amolo Odinga will need anything to do with the looking for evidence, then the president can help him to do that. And this is the reason why you see Ndindi Nyoro is saying that, kunaona mkutano ya DCC hapa na watu kadhaa huku wanatafuta evidence. The reason is, yes, there is truth in what he's saying. Raila is looking for watertight evidence, to build a strong case at the Supreme Court, which can help him to have this election either nullified or call for recount. It needs a lot of evidence. So that's what they're working into. And that's why you can see the panic here. One thing you can also appreciate here is that there is allegation that rigging did not happen across the country. Rigging in this country happened mainly from two regions. Number one, Rift Valley, and number two, Mount Kenya region. Those are the areas where complaints has come. Kuna wale watu walikuwa wanaangalia the figures in the newspaper which was shared there, and the number of votes that they were taking from Raila Amolo Odinga, you subtract from Raila, you add on William Samoei Ruto, evil. And you double the figures. All of those things. These things were happening in Mount Kenya region. To some extent, we are being told that the Azimio agents were at first place chased from the polling stations with the claim that Azimio is not a party, it is a coalition. So they need party to have their own agents like UDA party and not a Kenya Kwanza agent. You see? But what they are failing to understand is that Azimio is a coalition political party. But Kenya Kwanza was a coalition of parties. That is the difference. And that's why you can see Azimio la Umoja had a presidential candidate on that ticket. But Kenya Kwanza did not have a presidential candidate. The presidential candidate was a UDA candidate, as simple as that. So why were they chasing the agents from Azimio side? It means the IBC officials who are on ground, the returning officers and the presiding officers collided to make sure that they are chasing these guys away from the polling station. Then you play with numbers. You see, someone, like if you expected like maybe 300 people to turn out and vote, then it might be that these people have not turned out. You have like 200 people who have turned out, 100 hawajakuja. What do? The returning officers there na watu wengine on the ground. Wanafanya nini? You take those ballot papers, then you start taking for president. And that explains the reason why we have more votes. Wamesema karibu milioni moja walikuwa wanapigia tu president wanarudi nyumbani. Hawajapigia MCA, governor, MP na senator. So the panic you see from Ndindi Nyoro is real, and he has a reason. And they have a reason why they should panic. If there was nothing to doubt, then Ndindi Nyoro would not waste his time to come out gang blazing on President Uhuru Kenyatta. He knows that the president has intelligence. He will get information, and that information will be fed to Raila Amolo Odinga to use it at the Supreme Court. So all of these things are happening. That's why you see this team is not comfortable. Because now, as well as speaking, for those who got time to go through what Raila Amolo Odinga is claiming, you will appreciate that Azimio, to some extent, they are building a strong case which is a threat to what UDA party have been managed to do in this election. These guys had managed surely to rig the election totally. But now, you nullify this election, it means they need more resources to go back to the ground, to again compromise the returning officers na watu wengine wa IBC to do the same thing. Because unajua hii mambo ilifanyika 2017, Raila akasema rudi uchaguzi. How many days did they use to look for 7 million votes to pay President Uhuru Kenyatta? Almost a week. Who are doing this job? Walikuwa kina nani? IBC, returning officers, IBC, clerks there huko chini. Watu walifanya maneno to make sure that those numbers are turning up, so that you don't say in the first election watu walipigia Uhuru kura, hii ya pili hawajakuja, so meaning hawakumpigia kura vile walikuwa wamedhania kwa ballot. That will be another upper hill task. These people understand that if Raila Amolo Odinga can have strong evidence at the Supreme Court and convince the judges through the lawyers, then they can decide to call for a recount of these votes. Recount means you announce the rightful winner, and that might not augur well or favor for their candidate William Samoei Ruto. That's why no one in Kenya Kwanza is comfortable with the issue of recount of votes. You remember Sylvanus Osoro filing a petition at the High Court to stop the Supreme Court judges to do a recount of votes. Look at what Moses Stureh is filing at the Supreme Court. The issue of violence. So you want to put it on Raila Amolo Odinga, saying that if they will do a recount and find out that Raila Odinga is the winner, then you want to pin down Raila Amolo Odinga on the issue of committing electoral offenses through his chief agent and the other agents who are at Bomas of Kenya. Sababu sheria inasema ya kwamba if they will call for a recount of vote, then it is found that the winner has not committed an election offense, then it will be declared the winner. Lakini kipatikana alicommit electoral offenses, hatapewa. It points to one thing. There is fear, and the reason why, there's also a reason why these people are fearing. Lastly, Ndindi Nyoro is talking about 3 families owing half of Kenya in terms of land. Angetuambia ni akina nani? Because in my view, I know he's pointing at President Uhuru Kenyatta. He's pointing at the Moi family. So Kenyatta family, Moi family. Hii ya tatu ni nani? Hii ya tatu anasema ni William Samoei Ruto ama ni Raila Amolo Odinga. I think he should have told Kenyans. Because we know William Samoei Ruto also is in the class of politicians who have amassed massive acres of land, massive hectares of land in this country. He is already in that class. So if you want to talk about families who have owned land in this country amounting to half of this country, then you should put William Samoei Ruto in that list. Ruto should be on that list. That is the question you should be telling Kenyans. Sababu kisha sema watu wamechukua mashamba ya inchi kama nusu, then you should know his presidential candidate is also on that list. So is he naming him? Ama anatuambia nini? So many things, but we can understand where these people are coming from. So panic is real, and there is reason to panic. So let DCC do their job. If they have to help with the collecting information, hata DCI inafaa fungulia watu wengine mashtaka. Kama watu walicommit election offenses, kama Chebukati alicommit an election offense, let them deal with him. As simple as that.